Hi guys, I've just finished my paper summarization. I'm really excited to update you about my improved knowledge on the independent role of AOA and social interaction on language and bilingualism in particular. You might have noticed I'm a little bit obsessed about the fundamental role of social interaction. There's even a theory called ACL provided by Green and Abutali by supports my assumption. But the paper I'm going to present now is about the independent role of these two factors and put them on the same spectrum, from the static language learning experience to ongoing learning experience. And there are two risk questions covered in this study, and they provide both behavioral and neuroimaging evidence for a better understanding about their research question. I need to dive a little bit on the spectrum of learning experience now. It's intuitive that AOA is on the static side, the early moment that you are exposed to the second language, and the social interaction is on the other side. That is more complex and is going on. The author introduced a theory called entropy from information theory that describe the degree of uncertainty, diversity, and disorder to better characterize social interaction in terms of language use. So there's a pair of concepts: compartmental bilingual learning experience, ongoing, and more integrated bilingual learning experience. So compartmental is that we only use one dominant language direction at work or study, and we only need to switch to the other direction of language at home with our families and friends. By contrast, integrated bilingual need to frequently switch between two language directions because they are frequently encounters in both working, study, and at home. So to achieve that, more integrated bilinguals, they need to rely more on the right hemisphere, which process context, because they need to use the contextual information to predict what's the language direction going on next, because both languages are jointly activated in our brain, and they need to execute more proactively. And previous study already found that integrated bilinguals, they can reduce their cost of non-linguistic task switching. And this study is more about language. And now we come to the research question. There are two research questions. The first is on AOA, the second is on social interaction. The first one is whether early AOA will contribute better connectivity between left and right hemisphere, and then reduce the over-reliance on only left hemisphere. And it look at 5 particular areas in terms of cognitive control and language. That is BA44, BA47, ACC, candidates, and IPL. And the second research question is on whether a higher social interaction entropy will lead to more connectivity between language and cognitive control. That is a proactive shift from their left hemisphere to right hemisphere, achieved by the better interconnectivity. So they cover this through two methods, inside and outside scanner. They use fMRI technique, specific technique called seed-based resting state functional connectivity, RSFC, to see the interatmospheric connectivity. And they use behavioral test called AXCPT to test the proactive shift in behavioral performance. And they find supportive evidence for the assumption with a bonus, that is, they find it early AOA also insignificantly contribute to more entropy.